I want to talk to you now about a product that I have in front of me here on the bench, which is called a RCA, which is these three inputs here, the white, the red and the yellow inputs, to a Scart adapter. Okay, and basically the purpose of this adapter is to allow you to convert an RCA output into a Scart output. So I'm just going to give you a demonstration of this here in terms of over here we have an RCA lead. So you can see there's three color codes, and on both ends of the leads the colors match up with each other, and it's a way of transferring signal from something like we have here, which is a satellite receiver. Now, traditionally on satellite receivers, the most common way to output signal would be something like using a HDMI output, and we can see in front of the box here I have a HDMI lead, which is a connection that slots directly in here. Or even more common than this up to this point in time has been, I'm going to move a product in here called a Scart lead. This box here doesn't have a Scart output, but I'm sure you'll be familiar with it, okay? Now, the RCA is another effective way of transferring signal and sound between a receiver and a box. Now, we do on the tvtrade.ie website stock another product, which I'm just going to move into focus here, which is called a Scart to RCA lead, okay, and it just does the conversion for you. Now you'll see something common to the on top of both this Scart point and here. There's an input and an output, and it depends on whether normally we'll be using as an input where we're taking a signal off of, we'll say, a receiver, and on the back of the television we'll set the signal to input. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to demonstrate to you how we would use this cable here and this connector to be able to take an output from this satellite receiver and run it up to this television. Okay, so I'm just going to move my other props out of the way for now, and I'm just going to turn around to the back of the television here and see here we have a Scart input on the back of the television here, which we want to use and connect into. Okay, so what I'll do here, the very first thing is I'll pick up the RCA lead here, and I'm just going to use it to connect into the back of the box. So I'll push in this, the white one next, and then the red. Okay, so I come along then and I turn over this connector here. So I use the yellow, the red and the white. Okay, and just actually turn off the box here for a second. And what I can do here is, now you can see also here we have an S-video input, which we're not using, but it's another option that comes on this particular adapter here. Okay, so what I do is I come along here and I'm simply going to insert this into the back of the box, turn it around, and I'll just turn on the box now, and the output will, once the box turns on, the output's just going to flick on and it'll just turn directly onto this television here. Just give it a moment here as it powers up, and you can see here, this is the output coming here. Let's disconnect the leads here. You'll see the picture goes and reconnect it here. The picture is back. Okay, so that's basically it, an overview of the RCA. Now if I was to come along here and switch this from the input position to the output position here, which I'm actually going to do on the back of the box now, it's just not practical to do it, but if I just flick this across, you'll see that this no signal message disappears. The reason it's saying no signal is simply the satellite box isn't connected to a satellite dish right now. And if I switch it back to the input section, it comes along anyway. So that's it anyway. It's just a small, cheap product we have on the website, but it can be extremely convenient if you discover anyway, you come to a piece of equipment that has a Scart output but not an RCA, or vice versa. So you know, it's a very, very handy tool, and we stock it on tvtrade.ie.